record.
Hello and welcome to all you beautiful people. Sorry about the last month putting out classes. It's just how it's strange, but this is who I be. Chipra, could you just meet everyone and yourself? Thank you. So if you have a question, please feel free to unmute yourself. And okay, and yes, and so before we jump in, I would like to know who is not from Access. If you can just put it in the chat, that would be lovely. If you are a non-Access, hi Sasha.
Hi.
It's so nice to see you guys on. This is so lovely. Thank you for hopping on.
Cool. Yay, thank you for having us.
So if you're, okay, Shankar's not, Niyati is not from Access. Who else is not from Access? So I know where to go. Rajiv is not from Access. Okay, cool. Cool. So at any given point of time, if you don't understand anything I'm saying, will you stop me and ask me a question? If any term, any word you don't understand, you just stop me, okay? Because I can go on. Cool. So now everybody who's on here, before we jump into the call on the deep side, can you all please destroy and uncreate all the expectations that you have from this call of what you may receive, or what is the kind of change you may receive or you may not receive, or it would absolutely be a waste of time, or it may not be a waste of time. Can you all please destroy and uncreate that? Thank you. Good, bad, POC, online shorts, boys and beyond. Now that's the clearing statement in Sasha's chat already. You can go to the to get to know more about that. Okay. Now, how many of you feel that you have some kind of power? Power? Says she believes that she has power. Who else believes? Who else? Who else believes they have power? Or are you powerless? Or are you... Rohini says she has power. Okay. So Shankar says he has power. Evansha says, even Jeevan. Awesome. So guys, everywhere you have the slightest doubt that you do not have any kind of power in any given situation. Can you please just run and clear that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online shots, vice versa. Do you feel powerful, or do you feel that you have some kind of power 10% of the times, 20% of the times, 100% of the times, or is it in 0.10% of the times? Yes.
For me, I feel that I come in between me and my own power. I become my own blockages. But I don't know how to, there's nothing that you don't know. I know from Access, there's nothing we don't know. Yeah. But I don't take the steps to
exponentialize
beyond.
Yeah. Right. So everywhere you've decided what power is and what you can do with power and what you cannot do with power, and everywhere you use power to control people rather than creating your life. Can you please just try and clear that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online shots, business. Am I pronouncing your name right? I'm sorry, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so Ali says, sometimes I believe I have power and sometimes I don't. And that's great. Thank you so much for saying that, because today morning when I woke up, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I feeling so shitty about myself? Where, there are days that I wake up happy and jumping around, and then there are days I'm like, I just don't want to do anything. So everywhere we are yo-yoing between being the power that we truly are and not being it. Can you acknowledge what that is? Can you acknowledge that you choose to be in power when you choose to be in power, and you don't choose it most of the times? Now, what is the value of not choosing it? What do you get out of not choosing power? What do you get out of not being the person that who you truly are?
Judged, I guess.
Okay, and if you are being judged, Swati?
Somewhere being in the forefront of receiving all of it.
Yeah, so what will happen if you are in the forefront of receiving?
I feel contracted.
Why do you feel contracted? I know Access says no why, but I'm going to still ask you, why do you feel contracted?
Okay, this brings up a lot of childhood stuff where standing on the stage and in a debate and all that.
Yes.
Making a mistake was like a kind of a huge thing. Picked it up
Cool.
from there.
Okay, brilliant. So everywhere we're trying to be perfect, everywhere constantly trying to be this perfect version of whoever you are, being perfect Swati, being perfect Shipra, being perfect Sunena, being perfect Neera. Can you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, popcorn, online shorts, boys and beyond. What if there's no perfect? What if you're allowed to goof up? What if you're allowed to be different, just like Ali said? What if you don't have to be the white sheep? Can you acknowledge you are the black sheep? Where are you pretending to be a part of the herd? You are not. You're pretty much here because you are the black sheep and the black sheep wants to stay. Yes, go for it, Sasha.
Isn't being perfect also a judgment?
Of course, it's filled with judgments. Like being perfect, what is perfect? Perfect is a lie, isn't it?
Like people expect you to be perfect, but then you are like this biggest person who puts that perfection norm on yourself, thinking that, oh, if I become perfect, then I've achieved it all. And then even if you try and be perfect and you actually achieve it, then you'll realize, shit, I mean, this didn't bring me as much happiness as I thought it would.
Yeah, and then you'll go ahead and say, oh, but there's much more to achieve. And then, I want that also. And then, oh shit, I missed out on this one also. Oh shit, I'm missing out on that quality also. Are you ever going to be happy? Are you ever going to rejoice? Are you ever going to celebrate who you truly be? Constantly seeking for that perfection, you're constantly giving away your power.
But happy joy, everyone is like, you have to put mask and all, and you have to stay, maintain social distancing, don't touch anyone, don't love people, hate on people, hate on the world, hate on Trump, hate on this, hate on that, Black Lives Matter, घंटा ये सब मतलब चालू ही है
I
सबका.
know. And did you know when Sasha just said that, how much contraction that? Did you guys know how much our spaces are contracted? We're like, I don't want to hear that. He's saying, I know I do this all the time with myself, but I don't want to hear Sasha. And we're constantly doing that to ourselves, day in and day out. We're constantly judging ourselves. I am not happy. I am fat. I'm too short. I'm too thin. I don't have the money. Oh, I have the money, but it's all. Oh, I have to create more. I have to create lovely relationship. My wife doesn't do this. My children are a pain in the ass. And then to top it all, we're in love.
So we're just saying that we expect perfection from other people also?
Of course, all the time.
Okay.
I want my parents to be perfect. I want my parents to be like, okay, Ishma, you go do your thing. I will take care of the household. Now, they want me to do jhadu pocha and they want me to do jhadu. Now, do I do it? Do I not do it? I have the power to choose. And I can either go into the yuckness and either go into the story of how things are not working out, or take the power and say, hey, you know what, Dad? I have this much time on the day which I will allot to you. Let me know what you want me to do in the house. And if not, then I'm king. Everywhere we expect people to understand without actually opening our mouth or without actually even communicating. Can we please start and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, proper, online, shorts, boys and men. And everywhere we limit our communication to the words. Everywhere we limit our communication to the words that we use. And do not even recognize that we're always being an energy, which can be an invitation to more communion, to more being empowered, and to empower people around you. Can you please just try and clear that? Right, Rangan, for online shows. Guys, can you all acknowledge you're more of an energetic being than you are in matter and flesh and bones and nerves? You're all of that too. But you are an energetic being, okay? And you communicate with your energies way more louder than you communicate with words. And very often, words may be misinterpreted, but your energy cannot be misinterpreted. So yesterday, this beautiful friend called me from Bangalore, and she asked me, she was just asking me about certain things that I'm creating with my business. And she's like, you know what? I feel like crying when I'm speaking to you. I said, okay, cry. And that's when I acknowledged that I was being an energy where she could melt. I was being energy where she could feel that it's okay for me to share whatever she was going through. And she's not a very close friend, but she's a friend who calls once in a while. So I don't really know what's going on in her world. I realize the energy I'm being is an energy that is an invitation to warmth. It's an invitation to, hey, you know what? I got your back. So what is your definition of power exactly? Is it telepathy? Is it communicating without words? Or is it even the smallest of smallest gestures of just being here? Of just saying, hey, you know what? You got this. What is your superpower? Everywhere you're defining superpower as one of those powers, like a Superman or an Iron Man or a Spider-Man or Jean in the X-Men series, where she wants to control everything with her mind, or Storm in the X-Men series. What if it doesn't look like that for you?
No, it isn't. For me, I'd be happy to share. For me, I've always felt what my superpower is me and my energy. Because when I'm somewhere, I can change the energy of that room. I can walk in and I can change it. And that to me has always felt like a superpower to myself, that I can change. I can just change by being who I am.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. So Sasha over here, she is a doctor. Now, is she a traditional doctor who goes to hospital and practices everyday health? She will die if she does that. She'll be like, I will kill myself if nobody kills me. But
I'll kill the hospital, which I've been doing.
So her superpower is to just be there and just be in space. The other night, she and I were having conversation. We were on a call for 45 minutes, and I think we only spoke maybe 100 words, where we have the capacity to speak 5,000 words in a minute. Okay, so she and I was just being that space where, hey, you know what do you require? Okay, where can we go with this? So everywhere you're unwilling to acknowledge and tap into your power and your potency without doing much, by just being, by just tapping into it right here, right now. Can you feel that? Can you feel that energy? That is power. So what can you ask for right now, right here, that can get actualized like that if you are willing to receive? Get that one thing or 100 into your space right now. Right now. Yeah. Can you multiply that by 100 times? Because you as a humanoid will only ask for 1%. Multiply it. Yes. And pull that in. And now you could know that you can have all of that with absolute ease. What if you knew that every single thing you asked for will actualize in your reality with absolute ease? Without an ounce of doubt. Because you know what? When you go into doubt, you're choosing to be powerless. choosing to give up your power.
So there's like this fundamental lie, and I kept asking, should I say this, should I say this, and there's this whisper like, say it. I was like, okay, fine. And there's this fundamental lie of kind of lives where power is this overbearing, over incapacitating, that's associated with power, where not value, including this other person's war, makes you feel powerless rather than power is, to the mutilation and the demolition of yourself, rather than recognizing that, oh, that's not actually power, that's just a crock of shit that I'm buying into.
Yes. Thank you so much for saying that. I'd like to pick up this one sentence that Sasha said. When you're being kind, caring, and nurturing and expansive, it seems like we're being powerless. It seems like we can be walked over. It seems like we're being a doormat just because we are kind, caring, and nurturing. But have you, all the people who are non-access, I'm sorry, but Google or YouTube Dr. Dane here or Mr. Gary Douglas. They are the energy of kind, caring, and nurturing. But can anybody walk over Mr. Gary Douglas? Hell no. Can anybody take Dane for a ride? No way. Okay, so everywhere you have misidentified and misapplied kind, caring, nurturing as powerless or as being the doormat, can you please revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all the places where you've aligned and agreed to this or resisted and reacted to it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pod, online shots, boys and beyonds.
Baby, Surbhi has raised her hand. Surbhi, do you have a question?
Yes, so and it would be lovely if I can see more faces, guys. I hate seeing boxes.
Hi.
Hi, yes.
Hi, Rishma. Yes, so I have this, like when we were talking about that, we all realize that we have this power within us. And I also do realize that, yes, there is some power. Okay, I'm not talking about defining it, but maybe acknowledging it so that, I can acknowledge and then grow or be it. So there is a gap. I feel that I know there is this thing, but then I just don't know how to tap into or how to acknowledge that.
So how many times have you actually tried exploring more of that? Okay, so there's this thing that Dane has been talking about, this whole energy of yuckiness a lot, okay, in every place that he can talk about it. And he talks about every time you go into figuring something out, it's the space of powerlessness. It's the space of yuckiness. It's the space of trauma. So everywhere you're trying to figure your power out, everywhere you're trying to figure your power and potency out. Can you please just run and clear that? Right, Ram, good back up for online shots, boys and girls. Survey, what if you didn't have to cognitively know what it was?
Okay.
What if you did not have to, define ki, acha, now I can turn a metal spoon into something valuable? Like, what if it doesn't have to be that? What if it could just be there and you are already being it? What if by acknowledging and what if by tapping into that space of power and potency, you're already being it and you're already making it available for all the people around you?
But sometimes I feel I'm not really acknowledging it also.
Is
Matlab,
that the space,
sorry?
is that the space where you go into doubt?
Yeah.
Truth. So then when you go into doubt, are you truly being the power that you truly are?
No.
So this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. We take this thing called power and then we instill so much doubt, fear, shame, regret, and everything from all sides, and we bastardize it in such a way that it's no more as the power that we truly know it as. And then the energy of, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck this is so much more louder than the power that you truly are.
Yes.
So can you just energetically, can you just ask the yuckiness, ask the doubt, ask the fear, ask the shame, ask the regret to dissipate from that space?
Yep.
Can you just ask it to dissipate? Some more, please. And this is not relevant to only Surabhi, this is relevant to all the other people on the call. She's just the guinea pig here. This is relevant to each one of you here.
Reshma,
Yeah, just one moment, Rupal. Yeah.
can you please repeat this?
Yeah. So the power, Surabhi, you don't get to disappear. Just saying. Okay. So what we do with power is we instill all the doubt, we instill all the fear, we instill all these points of views of how it's not working for us, how you don't understand what it is, how nobody gets it. Nobody gets what you're doing. Nobody gets what you're being. Nobody understands who you are, and nobody understands your power and your potency. Because what we do is when we discover a power and potency, we want to make it available to everybody else. We want to be acknowledged for it. We want to be able to share it with people. But what we won't do is we won't even acknowledge it for ourselves.
Yes.
We won't truly own, claim, and acknowledge it for ourselves. So what if we truly acknowledged it? What if we truly owned it? Would we ever have to seek for validation from outside of us? Okay. Yes, Survi.
So acknowledging is different from figuring it out or having to define it. Right.
Acknowledging is that just acknowledging that I have okay. So around 5 days ago, the day I did the body whispering session, the last minute body whispering session, you guys remember whoever was on it. That day I acknowledged I have a very different potency with bodies. I acknowledged like it was so loud that I couldn't ignore it any further. And that was that. I acknowledged it. I just acknowledged it. Now, what do I do with that power and potency? I'm going to explore. I'm not going to figure it out. Kya power, kya potency hai body. Like the more I want to break it down, the more I want to figure the minuscule, the minutest of the things of what power, what potency it is, I'm going to screw it up. And it's okay to screw it up. We can have fun screwing things up. We'll always have fun screwing things up, especially me. So
Tell me about it.
yeah, so what if we can screw things up? What if that is our power? What if we can destroy everything that we have created? And that is our power. And Yuvika says, I acknowledge that I'm a phenomenal creator. Thank you, Yuvika. Okay. So today, after this call, I would really like you to go and say, hey, what is, show me what is my power and what is my potency that I have been hiding so dynamically. So that brings me to another question that I received yesterday, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Just give me 1 minute. So what are you hiding and holding behind you so dynamically that if you didn't, would make you aware of a level of power, potency, presence, and capacity that you are not sure you can handle?
And there, Reshma, is my actual anxiety. I feel scared of myself. I'm scared of myself because I've created all shit in my life as well. And that acknowledgement was not something I was ready to have until very recently. And that has now brought me to a level of place where I just feel scared of myself. I feel like putting a cover over myself and just go back to sleep. So I have to coax myself.
Okay, stop right there. So you being scared of yourself, isn't that a facade that you use to not truly own, claim, and acknowledge your power and potency? Truth.
Yeah.
And what are you actually getting? What are you actually getting out of it? That's just an excuse.
Can I share something here?
Yeah, just one moment, Sasha.
Yeah.
I am not being able to point my finger on what am I getting out of it. I'm not able to place that.
I'm not believing you on that one.
It's not popping. I'm not being able to give you an answer.
Are you being able to maintain your financial reality? Are you being able to maintain your family reality? Are you being able to maintain the body? Are you being able to maintain your past? Are you being able to maintain
when you ask me those
all...
questions, it's come. I've got one of amongst what you have said. Yes, I'm being able to maintain one of those areas by...
And how dynamic or how bad, don't want to let it happen.
Yes.
Because you don't know what your life is going to be if you own, claim, and acknowledge. Maybe it will just get better from here. Maybe it'll get greater from here. But you don't want that because you're not sure. It can also show up completely different than you're expecting it.
Yeah, I say the clearing statement of being out of control, out of concentricity, and I say it with fear inside. What am I creating when I'm doing it? So it's quite ridiculous.
So
it's ridiculous.
Can you guys look at that? Can I use you as a guinea pig?
Yeah.
She knows that she has this brilliant capacity to be out of control and out of linearity and beyond and what be logical progress from me. But she won't do that because she will make her husband, her child, her in-laws, her parents, her siblings, her friends, her whole world uncomfortable. And she'll be like, no, I won't be liked, I won't be likable, I won't be loved, everybody will disown me, I don't want this, I don't want to be alone on the planet. The biggest fear we all people have. I don't want to be alone. So can we all please let go of that? Can we? No? You want to keep the crap, you want to keep the yuckiness, you want to keep all the past and all the... You want to keep that?
I want to let go.
Are you sure?
I would like to let go.
Yes.
Sure?
Let go of everything.
Are you all sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seema, yeah.
Okay, cool. So on the count of 5, so I'm sorry, non-access people, these are numbers we use to break algorithms and things that keep solidity and drama and trauma in place. So before we do that, please ask all the electronic things in your area, vicinity, house, locality to take care of themselves. And now let's do a few...
Reshma, I have a question before you do this.
No, let's do the 5 first and then I'll come to your question.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So everybody who's next, you just flip your fingers and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And now can we do a 6 to erase all past memories? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. And now can we change tracks to something that we can truly own, claim, and acknowledge our power and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30, 30, 30. Rupal, before you actually, Sasha had a question. Sash, do you want to go? Okay, she's gone. Okay, she's gone. Okay.
I'm here. Actually, I love the way you addressed that. And the one thing that I noticed is whenever because I had a similar thing in the past, right? Like where I was fundamentally, I was like, why am I creating shit in my life, right? But then you acknowledge how grand and glorious a creator you are. And then you realize if you've created so much shit in your life, you also also turn it around.
Thank you. That was something that popped in my head and it just went. So thank you for saying that. So if guys, thank you so much, Ash. So if you acknowledge the kind of shit that you create in our lives, can you just acknowledge you're still a brilliant creator? Because you're creating shit. You're creating something. And this has been spoken multiple times. I don't know how to reiterate it in such a way that you actually get it. Even if you're creating debt, even if you're creating ailments in your body, even if you're creating fat, even if you're creating cancer, even if you're creating corona, no matter what you're creating, you're still creating it. And even if your neighbor has corona, you're still creating it because it's come into your space. Somewhere you bought into the point of views. So can you acknowledge that either you can use your power and potency to your advantage or not? That's a choice you're going to have to make. Okay, so you can continue creating the crap because that is like a default setting in your system right now. Now that default and autopilot, you can totally turn it around and use that capacity to create something that you would really like. It could be a lot of money. It could be a business that literally works for you. It could be multiple revenue streams. It could be a healthy and strengthened body. It could be a series of art. It could be songwriting, book writing. It could be a lot of things. So what are you choosing to create? Yes, Rupal, you had a question.
Reshma,
Rupal,
with
you
the
just show up on camera. I don't talk to boxes.
okay.
Okay.
So what I was saying is that the out of control clearing. I still have a fear in me that God knows what's going to pop up in my life.
Yeah. So either you can be in fear or you can just use it.
At the cost of what? Like, what is the guarantee?
No guarantee. I किस चीज की guarantee? Do you know that we will come out of 2020 alive? I don't know if I'll come out. There are 2 corona cases in my body. Maybe tomorrow I'll have corona and I'll die. But I'm choosing to be alive right here, right now, and not apologetically. I'm choosing to be all of me. I'm choosing to have fun.
Resh, like there's this fundamental thing right now which I've been noticing a lot in these questions also. Everyone's talking about fear. Okay. Yeah. And fear is this fundamental lie. So for those of you who don't know, I'm actually working in a COVID frontline right now. Okay. I'm on the scenes. I've been with the patients, totally exposed, blah, 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 all that. No, I'm not exposed, but whatever. So my point here is that, see, we use fear to stop ourselves from choosing more. Fear is a fundamental lie. When shit hits the fan in your life, when shit gets really bad, do you all get calm, cool, and collected? Or do you like sit in the corner and get really fearful and not take charge? Can you speak to that, please, Resh?
I will. And thanks, Sasha, for addressing that. So how much of that fear is actually potency? Is it really fear? Even when Sunaina spoke and even Rupal, when you're speaking, I don't... Okay, so Truth, let me ask you a question. So Truth, is it really fear or is it potency?
It's a fear of my potency. It's there, but I agree. It's
so
just...
This is where I want you to actually look at is that...
So it's like when things get really bad, say some really bad shit happens in your life.
Yeah. So so how badly do you want the things that you want? Okay. So say for example, last year sometime, we were in Kerala and my dad were traveling. And my dad's sugar level dropped really drastically. Okay, and I was out drinking with my cousins. I get a frantic call from my bua saying dad is really unwell. I'm 45 minutes away, and there's no car. There's nobody in the house to take him to the hospital. We zoomed in. You know the kilometers that would take 40 minutes. We reached in 10, 15 minutes. That's how we literally flew. Okay, we reached there by had come. As soon as I saw him, I flew again to the hospital 5-7 kilometers away. I was running the demon clearance. if I was going to be, oh my God, what the fuck is going on with my father? He will die right now. If I was going to go to that, do you think it would have been easier on me, or was it me taking charge that would actually change that situation? I ran the demon clearing. I called up a couple of friends. I asked them to do SOP for my father. I did everything in my capacity to change that situation because I knew I had the power and potency to change that. And within 15, 20 minutes, and I didn't know, sugar level and all of that. I'm not a doctor. I don't understand this thing. I don't get it. Like, it's just not. And I'm a person who hates hospitals. I run in the opposite direction of the hospital. So I really don't understand this, but I knew exactly what was required there. So everywhere you're buying into that you don't know what is required, and kya guarantee hai? Like, what is the guarantee that I will come out of it alive? It will work out for me. It won't work out for me. That's all a lie, guys. That's all a lie. Okay.
Reshma, Seema here.
Yeah.
Can I share something over here? Relating to this very same thing. Like the fear.
You're wet?
Yeah.
And the
I'll pass your
potency.
towel, go inside.
And in that, like, the other day, having a conversation, and I'm talking about a very everyday situation that is happening, and I had given too much of power to the part of it that she can control everything, and there's nothing that I can do, and I'm doing everything, and it's not happening. I'm doing the energy pulls, I'm doing the entity clearing, I'm doing the demon clearing, I'm doing the portal closure and everything, but it was not happening, and I didn't know like what I was. I started doubting myself at that point of time. And there was this element of shit, what do I do? What do I not know over here? And then her becoming greater became a fear factor for me somewhere. But when I spoke to you and you told about doing a certain activity for 3 days,
Correct.
the element of being the energy of nurturing, caring, element of love, and pampering her with love, which is was the exactly opposite of what I used to feel for her. And that very moment, I started to do that experiment. I just took it as an experiment.
Yeah.
To try and see what happens. A trial and error kind of a stuff. But the trial and error has been so beautiful. And in those, being that nurturing, caring, energy of, that is your power. And today I can see that it has changed so much. There's so much of peace around in the house, and there's so much of ease in my life. And my family is in a very different space altogether. So yes, the fear is nothing but the coverage that we put around because we don't want to look at our own powers. And yes, the kind nurturing energies is what we feel, is a weakness, and people can walk over us.
Yeah, so we just giving a little background to what Seema is saying. She has a little bit of an abusive relationship with her mother-in-law. And I just told her, for 3 days, just experiment with being kind, caring, nurturing to her. Because she was resisting that so much. But when she changed the energy, the whole thing changed. And I didn't start after that, so I didn't have the update. But
and at the same time, Reshma, this is exactly what I basically am. The kind, caring, nurturing energy. And because of the things that were happening, I just, flipped over, bought into that lie, and started reacting and resisting and aligning to whatever was happening. And I lost my own powers. I lost my own potency with it.
Can you see how she used her power and potency against herself?
I destroyed my own energies completely.
And she's been in that space for a while now.
Into that, my mom told my daughter the other day, and my daughter came and told me, "Ki, Mummy, Ajji is not happy with the way you and Dada are becoming because you all are not like this." And she was not liking even my mother-in-law because of her, I was happy. This is the reality of this reality, the insanity of this reality, that we connect and equate things.
Right. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there, Seema. So it's that space where you sort of start using your capacity so dynamically, but against you. And so dynamically that you start destroying your body, you start destroying your relationships, you just start destroying your financial reality, everything gets destroyed. Dilari, sorry, Hindi mein nahi bol sakti. There are some international people on and I'd like to honor them as well. I will do a separate call for Hindi, if that's okay. Yeah. So there's one question that Hema asked, what's the difference between precaution and fear? I hope Hema is there.
Yeah, I'm there. After
Okay.
that, there's another question, babe. Just two. Yeah.
Okay. I may have missed the question. So Shipra will get me that question in a minute. But yeah. So Hema, the precaution, I wouldn't precaution. Okay. So when you think precaution, it's from a space of fear. But
not really, since I'm coming from the fact that I belong to a medical background, and we had this discussion yesterday with one of my access friends where I was telling her that if you're getting out, you need to take some precautions, and then we got into a discussion that we are operating from fear, so that energy of fear is not there.
No, so what I'm saying is precaution is like, okay, that's corona, okay, I have to take precaution, okay, fine, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. But when you're being from a space of awareness, you will still not go to the areas, containment areas. You may not go to places that is highly dense with corona. Okay, but you will be aware. You will be aware of everything. Precaution is pretty much a horse's blinder view. So it's also semantics where all where you're going with the words, but also go with the energy of the word that you're using.
Yeah.
Okay. Shipra, did you get the question?
Yeah, so Anupama has a question.
Yeah, hi Rishma.
Hi.
So I now pretty much relate to fear because I used to always be fearful about a lot of things and also judgmental about a lot of things about myself. I used to think everyone's better than me, or I don't look as good as everyone else. But the moment, I've been working a lot with my friend Ananta, and she kind of changed that thought process where I don't need to be judgmental about myself, and that helped so much ease in my body in terms of weight loss, in terms of a lot of things, relationships, etc. But I still have a little fear because I lost my dad in 2018, and I still have a little fear about survival once my mom's gone. So that sometimes makes me like I'm very overwhelmed and I get very emotional when I think about it, but I try not to because I always say, okay, the universe will take care of me.
Yes.
But I still have that slight fear, so I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah. So is your mom around?
Sorry?
Is your mom around? She's here?
Yeah, she's watching TV.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just wanted that information. So, Anupama, I want you to actually acknowledge, is it your fear or is it your mom's fear that what will my daughter do once I leave? Are you aware of her fears? Because a parent, did I freeze? Can you hear me?
No, you're all right. We can hear you.
Okay. So as parents are always fearful about their children. क्या होगा? मेरे जाने के बाद मेरे बच्चे का क्या होगा? As in what will happen to my child once I leave the planet. Now it's people choose to leave the body when they choose to leave. So what if we could celebrate life and death equally? I know it's easier said than done, but what if even death was a gift? And what if death was also a contribution? What if death was not necessarily a bad thing? You're muted, Baba. I can't hear you. Anupama.
I'm saying I always think in between, what if that fear is not mine at all to begin with?
So the tool that you could use there is, who does it belong to?
Yeah, I do that, but I'm not, and probably that's brought little ease, but I just sometimes feel I just hope I can wipe it out. Like, I just don't
You can.
want it.
You can. The moment you step into your power, Anupama, there is no space for fear. Potency and fear doesn't exist in the same space.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So guys, I
Thanks.
have to actually jump on to another call at 7:30. So I'm going to have to leave. But we do have a few sessions coming up. There's a class that's coming up on the list. It's called Are You the Parasite to This Reality? So if you'd like to hop on, you can reach out to me or Shipra. And there's a 30 days non-access program that's up of being demanding to show up more as you. Okay. And the 11th, that's Are You Being a Parasite, is charged at 999. That's 999 rupees. And Ailey, I'll get you the dollar prize wherever you are. But you could probably, I don't know how. Okay, Shipra, can you down the WhatsApp group link onto the comments so that whoever would like to join the group can join?
Sure.
The
I'll do
entity
that.
on WhatsApp. Yeah. So Shipra will put the link to the WhatsApp group and you can have direct access to me. And whoever would like to join the 30 days non-access program, it's for 4,000 rupees. So you could reach out to us if that is that you're looking at. And I will be, and if I don't see you there, I will see you where I see you.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Reshma and Shipra, can you just put it on Facebook as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Anupama, it'll be easier if you can access the link over here.
Okay.
In the chat, I think Shipra's already put it in there. So if you're not on my group, you can just use
No, I
that.
haven't put it yet. I'm just looking. I'll just.
Okay, she
Mhm.
has sent you on WhatsApp, Shipra.
Sure. 1 second. Because
Okay.
that'll be on my phone and this is from my PC. I'll just type it. Sure.
Yeah,
You
because
got it.
if you put it here, the moment the meeting ends, we lose that.
Okay, cool. So we'll get it to you somehow. We will put it
Yeah.
out on Facebook. We will put it out on WhatsApp groups. We will put it out on everywhere. So if you'd like to join,
Okay.
join us. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks,
see you guys.
Reshma.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Shipra.
much. For
Thank
being
you,
on. So
everyone.
bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you, Reshma.
Welcome.
Bye.
Bye.